Typical sexual related crimes in Nevada go as high as sexual assault, like a rape, attempt sexual assault, open or gross lewdness, and then they vary depending on the age of the victims and the physical capabilities or physical acts against the victims. Typical penalties, these are the most severe penalty and harshest penalties of the crimes, even more harsh than sometimes even murder cases. Now, the typical penalties range from 10 years to life all the way up to 35 years to life. So you're looking at life sentences in general, and now that really depends also on the age of the victim, whether there was consent or non-consensual sex or sex acts. Even to the point whether the victim had the capability mentally or physically to resist. Sexual assault crimes carry the most harsh penalties of almost all the crimes. Well, sexual assault is probably one of the crimes that have the most stigma attached to it and lifelong consequences. The typical penalties vary from 10 years to life all the way up to 35 years to life, but they carry life sentences for prison. And then that depends also on the facts of the age of the victim, the mental condition of the victim, the physical condition of the victim, whether they can physically or mentally able to resist the sexual act. Open or gross lewdness is acts that are sexual in nature. They can be done publicly or privately in your own house. They can be obscene or indecent exposure type acts. The penalties for open or gross lewdness, they start off as a gross misdemeanor, and that would be 1 year in jail and starting at a $1,000 fine. If there's subsequent offenses to that, it can go up to a Category E felony, and that will be a 1 to 4 year prison term. The main penalty with any sex crime, though, there's a possibility of a lifelong supervision, a life supervision for sexual acts in any state. In every state that you move to, you may have to register yourself as a sex offender.